Ronnie can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shadoon.
Right, it's about to
you know Dion
already doing
that. We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
it's like when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the 30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we doing this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undefeated.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to light up.
he's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
I want to go rebound.
This one?
Cut that up. I got a match. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's something. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all getting up this morning. It's a Friday and y'all up. Ooh wee. Man, y'all must be single but don't like to mingle. Who in the hell don't go out Thursday? I remember when they flipped Thursdays to like Friday night, and then Friday was now the old Saturday night, and then on Saturday, shoot, man, I'm chilling at the crib. That's how the gang goes. Love to you guys. Let me give some chats, some love. People giving love to the beat right here. I know it's a dope beat. Reggie2455 is sick with it. Shout out to DJ Wits the King who made that beat for me and all my beats. And that beat right there, it's been like a year or so we've been rocking together. And I just came like, yo, this is my theme song. Everything I'm going to do, all my raps, my freestyles, everything coming through this beat. Simple as that. I don't care what nobody else say. We're going to do that. Hey, did y'all watch the game last night? Be real. Cowboy fans, Lion fans, y'all watch that game last night? Okay, cool. We all watched the game. Did y'all watch the post game? Compton's in the house. Richard Sherman. Sherman. Let's just say when we go, we don't stop. Kendrick Lamar when he go in, Ice Cube when he go in, that dude when he go in, and my man, Richard Sherman. Let him know, big dog. Let him know.
The big story here is George Pickens. George Pickens throughout the game, especially late in the game, just looked uninterested in playing football. You know, and that's what you can't have. If you're going to be a superstar, if you want to be the best receiver in the National Football League, you can never be disengaged. It doesn't matter if the game's going your way or not going your way.
Check this out, y'all.
You just disappear in these games or else you're not going to have impact. And just right here, cruising routes. You're the guy. You're the guy. CD Lamb is not in this game. And you get intercepted on your slant routes, and you can't be the guy and half-ass it. And I'm sorry, that's just, you can't, it's unacceptable. And if you're the Dallas Cowboys and you're looking at him and you're...
Come on, y'all. Please. I hate still images. I know. I hate slow-mo because then you start to go in on some. Come on, y'all.
Big-time receiver money, $40 million. You got to look at this tape and say, hey, is this a guy we can trust paying $40 million to show up regardless of circumstance? I don't know.
And he hit him with the homeboy. He hit him with the street. That's when you know you went too far, but you're still trying to be cool. You're like, man, I don't know. Like you went all the way there, Richard Sherman, then at the end saying, I don't know why I'm here. You know why you there. And a lot of people just looked up yesterday and said, oh, I know why he's in Dallas as well. Think about it. Pittsburgh Steelers let him go. And we were like, why you let him go? That boy could play. We've heard of all the rumblings in the locker room. We heard all the rumblings in practice. Heard all the rumblings and the issues between him and Tomlin. True or false, we heard them. And that's the thing. Like, you don't hear that about everybody because everybody is not putting themselves in that position, right? There's a black, there's a white, and most people say a gray. My therapist calls it a silver, okay? Because silver has more life than gray. But the point is, we know those three shades, right? It's a bell curve. There are people on the edges you never hear anything about in terms of their work habits, in terms of their discipline issues, nothing. Missing curfew, nothing. And we don't even think about them, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing. Because in moments like this, you got to realize, oh, there's a reason we're talking about you, Pickens. It's because you're not on that side. And you're not in the middle. There's some guys who, you know, every now and then, okay, no one's perfect, right? We know that player as well. But we're not even doing that. Nah. We're doing something else. What about you on this other side, big dog? You're the one that is a habitual line stepper. You're the one that's always in the mix. You're the one that's always kicking up dust. Damn it, Pigpen. Remember Pigpen? Just a little dusty ass dude. Can't get right, as we call him. No matter what he does, can't get right. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's him. And being real, if it's my money, if I'm Jerry Jones, I know I need talent. I know I don't need choir boys. But I also know I don't need nobody who can't be responsible with this dough. Okay? You can't be a guy like them. They going to Vegas when they got to play the Vegas Raiders. All of a sudden, y'all can't make curfew. Dog, I get it back in the days when y'all ain't have no money and y'all want everybody to know y'all got some money and y'all famous and the helmet philosophy. Y'all know helmet philosophy. That means football players try too much. They try too hard to be famous because nobody knows who they are. So there was a time where they used to call it helmet philosophy, helmet mindset, where every time you go out, you want everybody to know you play football. And that's when football was crazy and everybody was acting crazy. Now they know you got some money and you really do got money. Chill. Like, you ever see an NBA guy out when he, compared to an NFL guy, the general, the typical? Oh, it's a different animal. Now, football player, relax. You go to Vegas, act like you've been there before. You don't have to miss curfew. Stupid stuff. So Pickens on this, y'all saw them routes, right? I mean, this is insane in terms of how he's running these routes. That's not even high school. I'm not lying to y'all. Check this out. This is not even high school. In high school, you learn not to round your routes. And then this one, I can't explain, big dog. You got to talk to me. I hate to be a hater because who wants to be a hater? But I can't love this. So it's a thin line between I don't love it. So I guess I hate it. Look at this. All right, we're going to do this. And so that's Dak back there. Oh, I don't want no sound. I don't want the NFL coming on me. Into my live stream. They did that one time. I was doing a live stream. They said, no, you not. So right here. Okay, Dak, Throws it up. Okay. Right now, this is beautiful. Right now, this guy has the bead on the ball. He sees the ball. You don't see the ball because you look at the man you already beat. You certainly don't see the ball. You just a waiting PI. This is a private investigator right here. He gonna get PI. Blah, blah, blah. He about to get it. He about to get it. I mean, this is T down. All right, watch it. Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is it? Oh, my God. Play this again in real time. I wanted to do it slow-mo first. Now, let's watch this again. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. You can tell me it's the angle. You can tell me, he get lost in the lights. You can tell me a lot of stuff. I got more plays, right? What is going on? So, this is what's crazy because a lot of fans and a lot of people out there always like, you see somebody talent, you watch them all the way to the top, and then you're like, dog, if I was as good as him, I would never. Right? But you got to understand, man, we are nothing but manifestations of what's going on the inside. I was just having this conversation yesterday. I was talking to my son because my son misses a lot of layups. He misses a lot of layups because sometimes his mind just wanders, right? And sometimes he just gets caught up in, I beat everybody down the court with the ball. He's the fastest dribbler we've seen, right? Doesn't mean he's the best basketball player because he's certainly not. But he can dribble fast. He's like Russell Westbrook. Thing is, when he gets to the backboard, I was like, dog, it's good to have speed, but speed is only what you can control. Once you go so fast you can't control it, that ain't speed because you can't use it. So we've been through that phase. Now, he at the phase where I'm like, you got to really focus when it's time to make the layup. You can't be missing these bunnies. And I told him, it's mindset. There's no different than you and anybody else shooting a layup except, are you prepared for it, right? Are you focused on it? Do you know what to do? All those things are mental. And then we get lost in the sauce thinking it's all physical. Like George Pickens, look how tall he is, look how big he is, look how fast he is. Where's his head? Like, he just stopped playing. Like, where's your dome? Where are you mentally? If you're not into this, then it ain't gonna be, whatever you give, you get back, right? To give is to get. If you ain't gonna give it, it ain't coming back. And it's so crazy. So it's mindsets. And when you see a football player with this much talent, you expect him to be locked in mentally to take advantage of all those physical gifts. And when they don't, you're like, God. And this was crazy. The most talented physically versus the most mentally locked in, always bet on the mentally locked in guy. Always bet on the winner. Always bet on the guy who's really here. Because look at a Tom Brady. Tom Brady, if you had to line up every single quarterback in NFL history, would not be in the top 10% in terms of physical attributes, in terms of tangibles, like height, weight, arm strength. No, it's guys, man, there's so many dudes who have come through that you be like, what? And Tom Brady lapped them all because he was locked in. Locked in. How many times y'all ever just reflect? I did this morning, and I'm going to get off of George Pickens because he has been balling. I say all this, I'm like, dude been balling. How many times y'all ever reflect on just life? Like just last summer, just whatever. I saw some segment, I was watching something, and they were talking about this guy working out, and he was doing extra workouts and stuff and trying to get ahead. And it made me think of how many times not only did I have to do extra stuff just to kind of be the man, but more than that, how much time, even after I did extra stuff, I had time to chill. I started thinking about how many times I was just riding around in circles, making up errands. Yes, me. I used to ride around, dog. When I had my fresh cars, a Ferrari or whatever it was, or Rolls Royce, I ain't flexing. I'm just telling you this is me. In my 20s and 30s, I was doing the most. And when I ain't got nothing to do, but somebody got to see me in this damn Rolls Royce, so I'm just going to the cleaners. They like, oh, it's not ready yet. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to Starbucks. Like, you want some coffee? No, I'm just here to just sit here and act like I need y'all Wi-Fi. I'm making up stuff just to be seen. And I just was thinking this morning, I was like, damn, now, no matter how hard you work, you still got time to waste. So there's no excuse for somebody not to work hard. You got the time. We all got 24/7, right? If you make it a whole day, nobody richer than you in terms of time. 24 hours. Pickens, use your time better and lock in mentally, man. You know, CeeDee Lamb not playing, this is your time to go crazy. Now, you've already shown that you could be the number one receiver, right? You really have. I'm not trying to take it away from CeeDee, but I'm just saying you could be it. But then when he ain't there, oh my God, take advantage. Take advantage. I mean, let me get into these, beat it up in the chat and beat it up in the comments. I'm telling y'all everything. I told my son this yesterday too. I said, he got a couple guys on his team that are really small, really good, but small. And I was like, dog, and then he got this real big kid on his team. And when he played the big kid, he played hard as hell. They both over there banging. Shout out to my boy, CJ. And CJ and him just be physical. They playing football, playing basketball. But when he go against the other kids, Jaden and CJ, they're smaller, but ballers, but small. He do this. Hi, hey, would you like some tea? Anything? You want the paper? Like what? I said, attack them like you attack DJ. Go at DJ like you do CJ. Come on, man. But look, he's 10. I'm just trying to plant seeds. I know they're going to take root later. I know they're going to take root because at this age, a lot of kids just want to be liked. A lot of kids just want to, hey, you playing Roblox later? Like they ain't thinking about going down and devastating somebody. Not yet, but it's coming. But when I see somebody like that, my son's watching a damn game and he's watching the Dallas Cowboys and he's watching the guy half-ass and then he like, why ain't they catch the ball? Come on, Dak. No, that's not a come on, Dak moment. Come on, Dak, throw it better. No. And that's what happens. Sometimes that lands on Dak's resume. Oh, he got beat out. Jared Goff had a better game than him. Yeah, but maybe not if Pickens was picking. Come on, man. Oh, man, I hate when people do it like that. Let's beat it up in the comments. What y'all talking about? Salute. Patrick Edwards, salute. Thank you guys, man. Great show. Gregory Sipes. Yeah, this is real. I know this is too early. I shouldn't even say too early. I don't believe in stuff like that. Look, it's late somewhere. Somebody in New York like, yo, I got to be at work. Hurry up. Do the live. I know it's early as hell. And if I do it later, and there's a chance, being real, in a month or so, I may do this later, next year. Just to let people wake up. I know I could get better numbers if I do it later, but I'm already up. I get up at 3:30 at the latest, right? And when I'm up, I used to do this by myself. Now I'm like, shoot, I'm going to do it with my people. I'm going to do it with my folks. Oh, all right. So let's stay in the NFL. Who's the best team? Beat it up in the comments. What's the best team? Come on. Tell me the best team in the NFL right now. All right. One, you're going to see a lot of different names in there. A lot of different teams in there. And two, some people don't think there is a dominant team in the NFL. The best team? Kind of hard to answer. Let's see.
I like Denver, but there's no dominant team in the NFL. And that's what these weeks have been showing us. Anybody can be beat on any given Sunday. It's great for us sitting up here. I love it. I love going into games not knowing. Because if you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said the LA Rams are going to boat race the Carolina Panthers. Weeks ago, I would have said the Green Bay Packers are going to beat the Carolina Panthers. I would have told you Dallas had no shot of beating the Philadelphia Eagles and beating the Kansas City Chiefs the following week. If you look all across this league with the things that are happening, I wouldn't have told you the Chicago Bears would be the #1 seed in the NFC right now. You would have threw me in one of them rivers. I love the NFL right now. There is parity and there is no dominant team.
Blah, blah, blah. Not to steal his thunder, but to echo exactly what he's saying. Like, dog, where are the dominant teams? So let's have this conversation first and foremost. Are you the type that likes parity? Or are you the type that likes dominance, right? Right? Simple as that. You like Davids? Like, oh, anybody can do it. Or you like Goliaths? See, I like Goliaths. I like sports when it's a Goliath out there. I ain't gonna lie. And then everybody is shooting at Goliath. Everybody's shooting at King Kong. He like, move, fool. Move, fool. I wanted somebody. I like the Patriots when they were 16-0. I don't like all these teams that's 7-7, 9-5. No. I want somebody out there tilting that everybody like, oh, I don't want to play them. Think about it. Usain Bolt about to go onto the track. You want Usain Bolt there, and you like, they can't beat him. But let's watch them. They're going to try, but they can't beat him. Right? You betting that. Floyd Mayweather, oh, man, they're going to try, but they can't even touch him. They can't even hit him. I like that. I don't like it where it's like, ooh, I don't know who going to win every time. Ooh, no, who going to win? I want to know who going to win. I want a champion that I actually could say, yo, he way better than them. He better than them. I don't want a champion like, ooh, I didn't see that coming. Now, I like good games. Trust me, I like a good game, but I also like a beatdown. It's weird. So tell me if you're a Goliath or, you know, or you're a David. Like, ooh, give me a chance. Give me a chance. I want to really see if I could do it. I could do it. So that's what's happening right now. We got a lot going on in terms of the NFL, every which way you look at it. So let's have a little fun and look at it, right? If you look at the NFL standings right now, let's look at the NFL standings and then be like, golly, what is going on with our league? I don't know what the hell going on with my computer. Okay, good. This don't make no damn sense. Come on, y'all. All right, who had the Patriots on their bingo card 11-2? Nobody, not even Mike Vrabel. He's like, yo, I know I'm a good coach, but and look, if you in the chat trying to answer any of these questions, one thing you can't do is get and ride on the fence. Pick one, damn it, okay? I know you want to be a David and a Goliath, but you got to pick one, okay? I don't want to see another comment talking about, well, I like both. All right, let's go. Oh, man. Let's see it. Bills. Okay, everybody thought this would be flipped. Be real. Dolphins. Whatever. Be where you are, and you are where you be. And the Jets, whatever. Someone asked me yesterday at the Cigar Lounge, you like Aaron Glenn as a coach? I said I loved him as a player. I don't know if he can coach yet because he doesn't have a quarterback yet. Isn't that crazy? Like, how do you answer the question on Aaron Glenn? You answer the quarterback position, so not yet. Ravens, crazy enough. Injuries, crazy enough. The Ravens this year ain't been the Ravens. And they still lead their division. They still going to mess around and get in the playoffs just because they won their division. The record might be, you can't split 17 in half. I can get that to my son right now. He'll try, too. He'll be like, Daddy, this is wrong. I'll be like, no, it's a remainder. You'd be like 9-8? Yes, son, yes. They might get in at 9-8. They might get in at 8-9, but they're gonna win that division. Look at this. And then Steelers, I'm not gonna slander Mike Tomlin like that because he still may have a winning record, but I don't think they beat the Ravens. And more importantly, out in the division. More importantly, stop telling that man to go to college for no other reason but that's disrespectful. Like, God dang. If I'm you know how many coaches ain't won a Super Bowl yet? Everybody's talking about, yeah, he won a Super Bowl, but it was with Bill Cowher's people. And it was a long time ago. You know how long ago it was for all the rest of the coaches? Most of these coaches, only like 7 of them have won a Super Bowl that's coaching? The rest, I hate when they do that. They do that to Jerry Jones, too. I don't know when the last time he won a Super Bowl. When the last time your team ever won a Super Bowl? I'm a Charger fan. I digress. Okay, Browns. Once again. Now, this is interesting. Since they don't have a quarterback for real that they believe in yet, their coach, who used to be a great coach, or at least winning, you don't have a pitcher. All right, Jags. I mean, this is weird because everyone talks about the Colts and people forget about the Jags, but they right there with the Colts. The Colts are overachieving and also underachieving in the same season. Because as soon as you jump on their wagon, you're like, let's go, Colts. It goes, you're like, what the hell is this? What's wrong with y'all? Every time they throw you out. Hey, Doe, let me out. What? What movie is that? Hey, Doe, let me out. The Houston Texans, they're hovering. The Houston Texans, they're sneaky. What animal is that? What amphibian is that is in the water and he just like a snake and all you see is his eyes and he's just like waiting for you. He's just waiting and then he pounces. That's the Houston Texans to me. Like, be careful. You know you've been in a fight, you go against them boys, okay? And then last but not least, Titans. And once again, you don't have a quarterback. You don't know what the hell they are, but you know they bad. A lot of people talking about, hey, where's all the Cam Ward videos and all this? Everybody talking about Shador. They don't talk about Cam Ward. Let me say this. One, stop saying that to me. I have done Cam Ward videos. Damn it. Look at the channel. It's called Film Session. I broke down so many of these rookies. Nobody over here thirsting for Shador. It's a you problem that's thirsting for Shedeur. All you do is talk about Shedeur. No. All you notice is when I talk about Shedeur. When I talk about Cam Ward, your ass ain't even care. You won't even click on that video. Oh, I didn't know you did a Cam Ward video because you're a Shedeur sucker. Leave me alone. Second point is, this is real. Let me stop joking, y'all. When you are the first overall pick, history tells us you got at least 3 years. Jamarcus Russell, okay? He had 3 years, and then it was like, all right, enough. Because when you're the first overall pick, you have equity. When you're a 5th round pick, you have none of that. You could get cut yesterday. You could get cut tonight. You can get cut right. The dude from DoorDash could show up. Oh, he'd be like, dog, where my food? He's like, no, I just came to deliver this message. You gone. Peace out. Turn in your playbook. You're a 5th rounder. I'm trying my best to not lie to you guys so that you can feel better. Yep. And I'm trying to be nice. I could be way more gangster than I am being. I'm actually talking about Shedeur with the gloves on. Because I've seen this movie before, and I'm hoping he changed the ending. But 5th rounders don't last long. I don't give a damn how good you are. Now, if you're great, you got it. But if you're just good, and this is the best way to say it. If you good and a 5th rounder, it's like somebody who's kind of cool and she ain't that fine. What's going to happen? She either got to be finer or she got to be cooler. You can't just be, that's a 5th rounder. Now, don't change that when it's Shedeur, right? If Kimberly is kind of fine and kind of cool, you may find some time to kind of hang out. You may. You kind of don't want to, right? That's it. That's all I'm saying with that. Okay, let's get through this quicker. Broncos, oh, yeah, they got squad. I said that before the season, and then they started off, and then the Chargers beat them, and I was like, oh, man, we got them. Oops. They have won 9 in a row. Can y'all see that side? This is the side you always look at when you play. Look at me. I went right there like, ooh, they won 9. Chargers, my squad, they right there, but whether it's injuries or when they were feeling good, it wasn't going perfect. We had a little lull. Jacksonville smacked us, etc. Chiefs, good luck, Chiefs. Good luck. And I know a lot of people wish you bad luck. Good luck. See if y'all can do it. I don't know. I mean, look. If you look at the Chiefs coming at you, pause, with the squad that they got, you're like, I don't know about that squad. I really don't know. Oh, so look, I can tell y'all this is a real show. Some people say they can't see it. You see it now? Look at that. All right, good. I told you this is alive. I'm listening to y'all. Okay, and then the Raiders. Ugh. This is like the worst Raiders team I've seen in my lifetime since like the Art Shell. Remember the Art Shell Raiders? They were pretty bad. And some of these nondescript coaches they were pretty bad, right? So yucky. But we're not done. I took 200 minutes to do that. Now let's do this. Let's go quicker. Eagles, all their issues, look at them, top. That's when you know you have the heart of a champion. All this talk. Can't, Yep, look at them right there. All right, here we go. Cowboys. It's almost like you're getting a little more sizzle than substance. As much as I'm like, damn, the Cowboys got a shot. They good. Last night would have helped, obviously, because then they would be 7-5, but now they're 6-6, right? Yeah. 6-6. All this talk about the Cowboys, all this like, yeah. Commanders, Jaden Daniels. Cam Newton warned us. Now, whether he said injuries, sophomore slump, just, hey, it's going to be different. You a hater, Cam. I remember when he did it. You a hater. Okay, I reloaded. He ain't no hater. Trying to tell y'all, man, we been through this. Giants, man, if Scatterboo would have stayed healthy, that would have been 3 wins or 4. I don't know. I like that squad, though, but they ain't got their coach yet. And Jackson, they got their quarterback, though. Jackson Dart is, woo. Now, you better run your ass out of bounds. I'm just telling you that. LaDainian Tomlinson, who, let's just say, was a better football player than most, right? He came in the league like, nope. And everybody was trying to say, you soft, you this. He's like, see how long I play and see how well I play. Okay? We don't give tough guy awards. That shit, that's the 80s and 90s. No one cares. No one cares. Now, look at this stuff. Bears. Who had that on their bingo card? Goodness. Next level, the Packers. Packers like, we not as good as the Bears? Nah, you know why? because their quarterback is acting a donkey this year, and they got them a coach. You know, Coach Johnson, he showed up, and they were like, whoa, we can lock into this. You got to just unleash Caleb Williams. That boy is talented. He can move. He one of them, damn, you that fast? Like, you already expecting him to be able to move, and then he does something, you're like, damn. Every time I watch him, I'm like, damn. No wonder you were the number 1 overall pick. That's the point. Look, they get it wrong because you don't perform. But when they get it right, you be like, oh, yeah, I see it. Last year, everybody like, Caleb Williams, why was he picked number 1? You see it now? Any questions? Thank you. All right, so Lions, 8-5, always going to hover. This is going to be tough. They might have to bring 3 of y'all. Yeah, you know what he say? He said 2 in the front, 2 in the back. What do you know? 2 in the front, 4 in the back, 2 if they fat. Yeah, that's that Biggie line that I messed up, but it's something like that. Vikings, yeah. JJ, golly, McCarthy, good. They about to go get them another quarterback probably because they should have kept Sam Darnold for all this. But Sam Darnold, don't forget at the end when they needed Sam Darnold most, Sam said, I'd rather go to Seattle. Them last 2 games for the Vikings, Sam Darnold, oh my God, it was not good. Okay, the Buccaneers, look here. Y'all beat it up in the comments. Give me some more stuff so I can keep going. I know it's crazy, right? NFC South right here, Buccaneers. This division is suppressed. They need reparations over here. They need some support. They need a financial stimulus package because this division right here, Buccaneers is struggling to hold on to the lead over the Panthers, who every day you be like, all right, get out of here, and you don't respect them. Bryce Young is playing much better. Then you like, they all right. Beating the Rams certainly helps your confidence, right? Falcons, Arthur Blank might as well just shut down that damn stadium and make it a bigger Home Depot, right? Like, what are the Falcons? I mean, if I see another year of all these talented players, the Falcons is the all-combine team. Like, and I don't mean it as a slight. I mean it like, y'all got athletes. They got so many good players, and they are never good. I got a lot of my boys on the group text that's from Atlanta. Good Lord, all we talk is Outcast and how sorry they Falcons are. I'm like, yep, I know. Saints, are they still in the league? What the? I'm not lying. Like, ugh. But the good thing is, hey, they got guys that they're getting checks. Rams. All right, here we go. The NFC West. What's it for Leah, Nia? Seahawks. For another, and the Cardinals. We ain't gonna talk about them. And I love Kyler Murray. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Kyler Murray is one of the quarterbacks that I love, but I keep the windows up. I don't want everybody to hear it because I'm tired of arguing when I tell them I think Kyler Murray can play. Windows up. You know, like I play my K-pop. I play a lot of K-pop. I ain't lying. K-pop, the reason why rap is going down is because K-pop is going up. K-pop got rap beats kind of better than rap beats, the general K-pop song, because it got a little more of that like Drake mainstream pop to it and a little bit more of that like worldly beat instead of like this I'm in the backyard beat. I'm not lying. I love K-pop and the message is way better. That's why I like Christian rap now. Everybody grew up on Christian rap was like, man, y'all corny. I love God too, but damn, God didn't say you had to be corny. 10 commandments. One of them ain't thou shalt be corny. Rap for real and then rap about God. Just don't curse. And then all of a sudden now they rapping for real and they ain't cursing. And it's better than like average rap. I ain't lying. I ain't talking about Drake, Kendrick, Future and all them. I'm talking about everybody else. Christian rap and K-pop. Trust me. All right. So we got a problem here. We got some kind of problem here. Nick. What movie? NFC West and NFC North. Y'all all I'm going to tell y'all is it's going to be some sad fan bases, especially in the NFC, because y'all got too many good teams, and it ain't going to work out. All right, let's beat it up in the comments, and then we got to talk about LeBron James. And we got to shut up some of y'all haters for all that talk y'all be doing. Okay, let's get to it. Blessings. Yeah, Charger City. I got to show some love to Charger City. He says, blessings forever, beautiful God loves y'all too forever. Tell everyone you know and don't know. Jesus loves y'all too forever. Well, teach everyone how to see and enjoy their blessings too forever. Look, let me say this. This is my philosophy because I think I've already logically put this together. But if you believe in God, you believe in a higher power, whatever it may be. Whatever that belief is, is not just for up, it's for in, it's for you, right? So God is in you because he says, look, everything you thinking about me, think about yourself because you are God, because you can create life. You can create and manifest things like me. And if you guys have ever been online and dug deep enough, you can see these kind of sermons where it's like, yo, and I remember going through it. I'm religified. I grew up in the church, and straight up, I'm glad I did. My kids ain't, and I got to find a way to get them there. Not the church so much, but religion, right? I got to make them believe in something bigger than them so they can realize, oh, I could be bigger than me. I could be bigger than what I am right now. That's what religion is about. But I ain't gonna bore y'all. We can have a sermon in here if you really want to go there. But believe in yourself, damn it, is the point. Walking on water is you going to work when you don't want to, but you know this is gonna work, and you know this is gonna be the stepping stone to your career, not this job you got right now. That's like a walking on water moment. Like, you gotta believe. I got more. Let's go. Okay, so y'all beat it up in the comments. Let's have some fun. But now I want to have this kind of fun. Everybody telling me about LeBron James. And LeBron James is out there stat padding. Sometimes you just can't hide greatness. And greatness ain't goodness. You don't ever say thank greatness. You say thank goodness because that's more people. More people. This is thank goodness. Thanking greatness, you ain't on the screen. You LeBron. LeBron going where LeBron go. He's like, I did what I was supposed to do. Make sure you got the points, and we won, and yay, you broke my streak, whatever. LeBron tipped. He gone. Now, where are y'all stat padders at? Anybody? And don't give me this whole, well, he already got the record, so now we done talk so bad about him that he don't care, or he gave it up so he could shut us up. It ain't nothing worse than having a homie who won't just admit or take that L, that they're wrong, right? Ain't nothing worse than a homie who just won't, because I'm not going to talk to you too much longer. You know? I'm not going to talk to you much longer if we can't just sit here and have a win-loss column. And it ain't for me to get a championship belt. It's just like, dog, so we can move forward, can you stop making excuses? Can you stop with these rationales that make no sense? And you know they don't make no sense. I hope you do. If not, you dumb. But the point is, you keep going there, and he just proved that wrong. So LeBron had to deal with this way back. Remember? Oh, he ain't clutch. He ain't? Oh, no. He always passing in when the game on the line. Jordan would never pass. Jordan never pass? Steve Kerr on line one. Jordan never passed. John Paxson on line two. He never passed. Okay. Well, those were good basketball plays. Oh, and it wasn't a good basketball play for LeBron? Well, he did it, but he's so scared to shoot free throws. Oh, y'all been watching Skip Bayless. Imagine if you LeBron and you come up in the era where you got two dudes, the two biggest dudes in sports media, who both got guns to your head, basically a double barrel shotgun, 1-1, and it's Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, and both of them are going to build their careers off of hating on you. And you still become great. That's why I don't, this word stuff that we doing, this whole sports media stuff, it ain't landing nowhere unless you want it to. You ain't hitting me unless I want to get hit. If I'm a baller, I don't give a damn. I could tune y'all out. But the point is, why do I have to fight this headwind? Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith coming at him like that. And the narratives that a lot of the sports media junkies say, or the barbershop says, is people who listen to them and regurgitate. Yeah, but he ain't clutch. Okay. Have you ever seen LeBron in the finals? Yeah. Okay. You ever seen the stat lines? Even when he loses, who was the best player on the court? Well, Jordan was 6-0. Okay. I'm not saying nothing about Jordan, but you said that Jordan always takes that shot. He didn't. That's how he became 6-0. Some people helped him out. That's called a teammate. Damn it, it ain't that bad. So when LeBron does it, he's not clutch, and he's a soft, and he's a punk. But when Jordan does it, oh, it's a good basketball play. So LeBron made the good basketball plays, and in the finals would have the most points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks than both teams. That's happened. He's soft. Okay, I reloaded. Y'all better stop letting these people just tell you what to think and say. I got too many homeboys. Trust me, I'm a former player and media guy. So guess what? I listen to y'all. I know how y'all talk to us when we playing. I know how you talk to us when we broadcasting. I'm listening. I'm like, dog, you ain't thinking. Somebody has a string in your back on ESPN or Fox, and it goes like this. I heard someone say this, so I'm going to say this too. I heard someone say this, and I'm going to think it's true. Hey, doc, they are doing takes. Did y'all watch Max Kellerman with Bill Simmons talk about what a take is? And you can tell who does takes, and you can tell who keeps it G, who keeps it real, who keeps it 1,000. It's a big difference. Big difference. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, because whatever you want for your career, you do. This is a career. This is a job. This is a entertainment vehicle, right? You go up there and you got takes, you got a better chance of being successful. Simple as that. We know the formula, right? Just like a girl, if she goes to the club, the less she wears, the more attention she gonna get. Is it good attention, though, is the question. So if you got takes, people gonna listen. People gonna run with it. But is it good for the sport? Is it good for the fans? Is the conversation. But nah, I ain't gonna do that. I don't need no takes. I'm just gonna go up there and talk because I know what I know. I'm gonna be where I at and I am where I be, right? And you go up there and do all that. You still got a chance of success. But you are taking the slow path. It's the tortoise and the hare. The hare is the takes. Watch that Bill Simmons, Max Kellerman interview. He broke it down. That boy been sitting at home for 2 years like, okay, my first interview, I'm going to crush it. All right, let me just break down what first take is. This is who Stephen A. Smith is. This is Muhammad Kellerman. Hey, dude came out. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? Right. Oh, King Juju, thanks for the super chat. These old heads be riding Jordan's meat. Sometimes I should look ahead and read before I read to y'all out. Riding meat. It's some Jordan stands out there. It's some LeBron stands out there. The problem with the Jordan ones, here's my problem with both. My problem with the Jordan lovers and the meat riders is this. Y'all forget all of his issues. Y'all forget the first 7 years. Y'all forget before Pippen became full Pippen. Nothing was Pippen. Pippen was Pippen before Pippen was Pippen. And then they didn't do nothing. They were getting close, but they were far away. And Jordan was selfish. I remember, I'm so old, I remember when Jordan and Ron Harper were being compared who was better. This is Ron Harper before the knee. If y'all don't know who Ron Harper was before the knee, stop cursing at me right now. Just shut it and find a YouTube video. Okay? And then you'll be like, oh, I remember those days because I grew up real time. And then I remember when Jordan became it. I grew up, when I first started watching basketball, it was about Kareem. Kareem was the best. And then Dr. J was sprinkled around. You know, they were talking about people like Moses Malone, but not like the best, but like that was the world. And then Magic and Bird hit, and it was like, who? And it was crazy. You think right now we racial. Oh, Jordan, right before Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, you couldn't like, if you were black, you better like Magic. If not, roll the windows up. Do not say Larry Bird. And I'm from LA, so you really couldn't say Larry Bird. But also, I mean, last time I checked, y'all look at me, I mean, you couldn't say Larry Bird. Let's just say that. You had to have the windows up. And then just the flip, it was racial. We just didn't have social media to really like make it go next level, right? To inflame it. It could have been silly. It could have been gangster. It could have been the first East Coast, West Coast beef. It could have beat Pac and Biggie. If we had social media when Bird and Magic were going at it in the 80s, championship here, championship here, championship here, championship here. 8 of the 10 went to those two. And it was racial. They didn't even like each other. They didn't talk to each other. One was black, one was white. One's from the West, one's from the East. Oh, man, it was crazy. I'm that old. And then Jordan comes. And when Jordan comes, you're like, all right, these are the champions over here. The black and white, you know, the Celtics and Lakers. But damn, that guy right there, like Venice Beach, AAU, and one. You watch him last night, he had 39 in the first quarter. You're like, golly, he's sick. And then you look up, they ain't doing nothing. Beat, swept, locked. Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, Tex Winter. Let me see this real quick. Come here, Michael. A little less of you and a little more of them. We got this. I don't like that people don't remember all the issues that we criticize athletes for right now. Jordan had a reputation of being super fresh, clean, crispy, debonair, dapper, GQ, the red Ferrari. You only saw him 3 times a year outside of playing basketball. And then you started hearing all this stuff. You don't know what's real from fake, but he loves to hang, party, gamble, drink. You start seeing the eyes start looking different. He had them liquor store eyes, but no one cares. We love you, Jordan. But then LeBron comes, and he's anointed. I'm watching high school games. This dude's a junior in high school, and his game is on ESPN. What we doing? Then you're like, oh, that's what we doing. He skips college, goes to the pros, and immediately everyone loves him because everyone's like, can he be the great one? And then everybody all of a sudden, same as Jordan. First 7 years or so, you ain't doing nothing in Cleveland. You took them to the finals. Good for you. That team wasn't it. And then it turns into, whoa. And then, yeah, I wish I could curse. I don't like cursing on this show. Watch On the Rocks if you want me to curse. You mother suckers. Oh, I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all for hating on that man. That man went up there with that button-down shirt, sat there in that Boys and Girls Club, said, I'm going to raise $5 million for y'all and tell y'all what I couldn't tell y'all in high school, which is I'm taking my talent somewhere. And once he did that, dun, 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 dun. Jesus. And then people been hating him ever since. Y'all gave Skip Bayless exactly what he wanted. And then Stephen A. looking at Skip like, yeah, when your ass up out of here, I'll take it. I'll get the baton. Stick, like in track. Stick. Gave me the baton, now I'll do it. Top dudes in media don't like the guy. The guy does a fundraiser that tells you I'm going to Miami and burning jerseys. Oh, let's celebrate. I hate the Jordan people because they don't remember the issues, the bad, the negative. They don't balance out the conversation. I don't like the LeBron people is because they don't act like LeBron doesn't have a machine with him, which he built. Which is to his credit. Like, he got a machine with him. He got an agency, PR, he got PR, publicist, media company. Like, so everything gets exaggerated. Good and bad for LeBron. It's not a fair conversation. And being real, if they both play in the same era, it's one conversation, who would be better on the court. It's another conversation, who would have the better Q rating, cachet, if you looked at him. Because right now, Jordan is always going to beat LeBron off the court, despite LeBron having all the money that Jordan has and all that. It ain't going to matter. People think Jordan is cooler because they got on They got on a Jordan sweatsuit. It's kind of hard to tell another man who wearing another man that man ain't the man. No, this guy's the man. I ain't wearing his shoes. I didn't say you had to wear his shoes for him to be better. He's the GOAT. No, he ain't. Look at his shoes. Oh, shit. Are you 8 years old? I said he's better. He can do more things. He has the record. So what? He took forever to do it. Ain't that the goal? Don't you want to play until you're old? No, you're only supposed to play 7 years, and they got to be the best years ever. All right, let me beat up in the comments. I know y'all talking crazy. Y'all saying not true. LeBron did a lot to get the hate. Brand new, okay, and the Ben C. All right. Tell me what he did. Tell me what. Okay. Jordan went to college. Good for him. I'm not saying this. I know the age is off and how many years you played and your odometer's off because you went to college and somebody else didn't go. Good for you and bad for you. But the point is you. Is you. All I'm looking at is like, it's an unfair conversation. Was there a headwind for Michael Jordan? No. I grew up in that era. It was Ahmad Rashad, who was his bestie, interviewing him once every quarter and talking about basketball and Nike and Juanita. Fluff pieces, just like now, just like Jordan right now. And I love Michael Jordan. Don't do this. I told y'all my Michael Jordan stories. I'll tell y'all another time. I got some Michael Jordan stories. Good ones, though. I was playing pool. This girl I was dating, hanging with, I don't know what you want to call it, but she was about to jump ship. If Michael would have wanted her on board, she was jumping ship. She was like, bye, Marcellus, and your little defensive end ass. I am over there with air, Sir Highness. But the point is, he didn't have any headwind. And look, they try to say he's selfish and all that. He didn't have a Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith of that time going like this. That changes every. Roll the windows down. Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Michael Jordan. Love you guys. Man, Michael's amazing, isn't he? And then the backdrop is this mansion that he got in Chicago. It's crazy. Now? So that's when Jordan's at his peak powers. That was the interviews. Now? You ready? Peep gang. Today on First Take, I'll tell you why LeBron's 40 points weren't enough. Skip Bayless, and he beating the paper. I'll tell you why they weren't enough and why the king ain't really a thing. Stay tuned. It just ain't the same. Things ain't the same for gangsters. Times are changing. Young homies are ooh, what song is that? Beat up in the comments. Let's look what Doc Rivers is talking about with Giannis. Even though he got hurt, y'all hurting his feelings in a different way. Doc Rivers getting tired of y'all.
So here we go again. There's been no conversations. I want to make it clear just for I would say one more time, but for the 50th time, it clearly is not getting the One Network, for sure. Giannis has never asked to be traded, ever. I can't make that more clear.
Yes, you can. End it with this. Partner. What if Doc Rivers said, I can't make this more clear. Hey, it's not Blake's fault. For the 90th time, Giannis is not asking for a trade. Partner. That's how you got to end it. Then they'll believe you. What's wrong with y'all, dog? This is what's crazy. And look, I've been blessed to be on both sides of the ledger. I've been blessed to be a person that they were talking about. And I read media reports about me, and I was like, that ain't true. Whether it's playing or broadcast, I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. And I wouldn't lie. I'm not, dog. And then you make me, and you force me to prove a negative. Prove a negative. It didn't happen. I ain't got to prove jack. Thank God I'm right now recording live, because if I weren't and someone accused me of doing something at 6 a.m., I wouldn't have any receipt. What do you mean? I was just in the basement. Yeah, sure you were in the basement. Were the cameras on? Well, yeah, can we see the footage? But hold on, you don't even believe me? I gotta prove everything? So there's no more Saturday night just chilling at the crib and you ain't got Ring cameras. You got a surveillance on yourself, or you gotta prove a negative. Giannis is like, yo, leave me alone. I got an agent that can handle that. And yes, he's gonna take inquiries. Don't confuse someone who is like, what's out there for me, with someone who's like, I'm happy here. Okay? This is still his employment. Kind of like Lane Kiffin. Like, look, y'all expect Lane Kiffin to just be at Ole Miss and then his phone rings. Ring, ring. Honey, who's that? University of Florida. Hang it up. Ring, ring, ring. I love Ole Miss. Who's that? LSU. Hang it up. Ring, 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 ring. Who's that? Auburn. Hang it up. No. That ain't how it works in this house. This is how it works. Oh, man, I love me some Ole Miss. But I love me some new misses. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? What y'all talking about? Oh, cool. You can do both. You can do both. I don't know if y'all ever been recruited. Whatever level y'all play sports or academics. I got recruited for academics. But you could get recruited for athletics, because Columbia doesn't give out athletic scholarships. For all you guys who always take shots at me, I hear you. Marcellus, you only went there for football. Yeah, and they don't care about football. But make sense out of that. No wonder you ain't get into Columbia. You're dumb. You only got there because you play ball. Nah. You can't go there for no ball, bruh. Our endowment is huge, and it's because of our academic reputation, not because how many football games we were winning. Dog, we don't even get 10,000 people at the game. You go to a JV game in Dallas, Texas, and they got more people, so stop that. So the point is, you got to qualify for these situations, and you got to understand the real from the fake. Giannis is sitting there like, will y'all leave me alone? Now, will he get traded? Yes, sooner or later. He already won the chip he already won 2 more chips than he was supposed to win. I know the math. He's only won 1. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't even supposed to win 1 out there, so it's like 2. Hold on, I got to hit y'all with that was a good one. I got to get it sound. That's the wrong one. Okay, there you go. Now let me do it again. I know he won 2. He won 1, but it's like 2 because he wasn't supposed to win 1. All right, I'll leave y'all alone. Y'all dumb, man. We're going to have fun on this show. I'll tell you that. We're going to talk some talk. And the best thing is somebody hit me yesterday because they're trying to put some stuff together where this show can get bigger. And so they were like, you know what's good about your show, the secret sauce? And I was like, what? They was like, you talk about everything. He's like, I watch every other show, and some of them have limits, right? Now, let's be real. You know Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith don't like each other to some degree, right? Duh. I ain't starting no beef. I'm just reporting what we all know. But they would never go there. And that's to me like the people in class that are mad at each other, but they won't speak. So then they start doing this. Here go Pat. You're like, oh, there goes Stephen A. over there. Here goes Stephen A. Oh, there go Pat over there. Oh, man. And if they were like, why are they hating? I'm like, no, okay, I'm hating. You're right. Go on each other's show. Let some of the people on your show go on this show more. Don't mess with me, y'all. Shouldn't have gave me a mic, son. Don't give me a mic, son. Okay, now this is interesting right here. I want y'all to check this out. Andrew Marchand, who on the left, if y'all don't know him, like 98% of the stuff that breaks in sports media, he's the one that's breaking it. And the guy on the right, even though they look like brothers from another, minus the glasses, is Bomani Jones. And guess what they're talking about? The state of sports media, as I just brought it up. Let's hear it. I say, oh, don't do that. Okay, yeah. I want it right here. Okay, he's asking a question about.
Give me a little more what you mean by that.
I think something that we don't talk that much about at this point, and we a little bit you see people discuss it, but it's the idea that the stick to sports crowd won, right? Which is largely true, that if you were to look at sports media 10 or 15 years ago, I think that there were so many more things that people were talking about, and people were able to branch out from sport and to go into other places. We saw a lot of the interplay between sports and pop culture kind of being discussed, and you saw it a lot on ESPN, where, like, for example, the era of the legal analyst, right? Like, something has happened in sports that also goes into the law. You call Roger Cossack, whoever the lawyer guy is, or whatever. No, none of that's over. We're giving you basically stick and ball is what you're getting in terms of your sports analysis, and the analysts now more than ever are athletes. So you have some people who kind of are grandfathered in from the old days, I would say, whose job it is to kind of come in and set up the topics, and then the ball players come in and then they talk about it. But how good all of them are is up in the air. Like, being on television and knowing about what you're talking about aren't always the same job. They aren't necessarily delivered with the same proficiency. And so I look at where the game is now and where stuff is. It's just interesting for me to look up and watch on television and see that it is the people that we cover have now kind of taken a lot of the jobs, especially when you look at it in terms of television and even podcasts to a certain degree. They've got it. They interview each other, right? They're not even really interviews. They just sit around and talk to each other because it's a much easier play for all of them to have. And so
he kept going, but he said enough already. Blah, blah, blah. Another thing that everyone saw coming, but sometimes you don't know if it's going to be realized, but you saw it coming. You saw it coming. You don't believe me? Go back before this era of sports media. Go back to when we were talking about Ahmad Rashad. Who's Ahmad Rashad? A former player, right? Go back. Best damn sports show. You could go that era, the 90s. You saw it then. They were like, oh, John Sally, very interesting. Ahmad Rashad, very interesting. TNT. A lot of people now inside the NBA watch it now, but forget Kenny Smith was there like in the late 90s. So you saw it. But at that time, once again, kind of like the black quarterback. Like, when you first see one, which is in the 70s, look, I see one. Look, there's a black quarterback in the 70s. It's still this cloud over it, right? And then in the 80s, you get a Warren Moon and all them in the late 70s, and you're still like, all right, let one in, let two in, let four in. And I hate to use something that's racial, but that's something in sports where you were like, they're not letting them in. And then it wasn't racial. The black quarterback wasn't racial. What they really wanted was a mobile quarterback, but it was just like only the black ones were running fast, right? And then you had like, oh, no, Fran Tarkenton can run. Well, he's not that type of quarterback. Oh, God, okay. Then they woke up when Steve Young did it and John Elway did it, then they were like, okay, they're good, right? You know how the game goes. So it's the same thing. And you talk about sports media, and you talk about like where the athletes at. There was a day where you had to count on one hand, you know, how many friends you got that are not your race. Oh man, Giannis, cool, that's one. Right, you got to count them. There was a day you could only count athletes in media. Now, you could count how many NARPs in media, non-athlete, regular people. Like Bomani Jones, like intellects, like journalists. You went to Syracuse University and you graduated cum laude, and now you're working at ESPN. There's like 9 of them left, right? Most of them are athletes. And the thing is, why are the athletes taking over? One, the technology allows everyone to do what I'm doing right here, right? Live in a house, dedicate some rooms, call them studios. I got 4 studios in this house. You want to know what you used to call it and what I call it also? It's either this is Studio A, there's Studio B for On the Rocks. Studio C is going to be for Keeping 100 with my wife. Studio D is going to be for this other unnamed show that's coming. And fool, you mean your basement? Oh, okay, yeah, my basement. Right? It's just that simple. Come on, man. It's just that simple. So now, you know, all these athletes, them dudes retiring with $100 million left, man, they like, man, I'm doing this. And that technology and the fact that they have the capital to start, the technology made it, the barriers of entry much lower. You just go to the Circuit City. Is that still a thing? Let me stop. You just go to the Guitar Center. Let me get the podcast kit. How many guests? Okay, right here. All right, I'll give you a discount too. I loved you. Man, you killed it on the Knicks. All right, next thing you know, you got it. And you keep doing that, then next thing you know, you got your own platform. You don't need the networks, right? You get partners and brands and sponsors coming to you. Shit, I'm making what they make. And we all know Molly Karam. Remember when Molly left ESPN a couple months ago? They not making as much as you think. Some are, but there's no middle class. It's some of them are. There's a Stephen A. and it's a McAfee, and then it's like, you know, that whole level. Troy Aikman, Joe Buck. Yeah, they kill $1 million a month, $2 million a month, almost some of them. But the rest, a few $100,000. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm just telling you, an athlete says, shoot, I go to my Studio A in my basement and go get that. I still got a Nike deal. You know what I mean? So that's where that's it is. And also being real, the conversation is different. I think it's better. Journalists were coming from a world where they thought we needed them to guide us. Okay, athlete, you experienced it, but you can't articulate it. And even if you can't articulate it, let me give you guidance and GPS to get to the real good core moments, the core beliefs. Let's get to really the essential things together, the mundane things that you skip over. I want you to really articulate that for our audience. The floor is yours. And then the athletes, out of reverence, and also sometimes you just think somebody, you should listen to them, right? If you just start off in a company and the executive vice president says, hey, let's go grab coffee. Whatever they're saying, you're taking it in kind of like, oh, this might be gospel. And then you go home and like, that don't make no sense, but he's been here longer. He got the power. Maybe he's right. Same thing. You walked in there. Chris Berman said, hey, come here. No, never mind. Go back. All right, let me stop that. All right, shouldn't have told me which button that is. It's over. So now it's like our conversations are better. Why? Because they're the barbershop / beauty salon for some of these dudes. They raised by their aunties / on the corner / in the crib playing Madden. Like, remember those conversations? There was no journalist for that. There's no guiding that. There's no like, take me this way and then ask the counter question and where's the full screen? Man, shut up, fool. You're wrong. Why? Because I said so. Oh, for real? And so you're noticing why I'm bringing this up, because now there's a civil war. And that's why I love this show and I love us, because we're going to talk athlete, we're going to talk broadcaster, and the broadcasters thought they were safe. Oh, we could talk about the athletes. They'll never talk about us. Damn it, why Wiley talking this? Why is Wiley on that damn show? What is it called? Hydration Situation? I hate that show. Talking about everybody in the media. Who are you? You just in the basement, Studio A, talking about everybody because you can't get a job. No, that's not the reason. One, I could have got a job. They offered me at the last job I was at, so how can I not have a job? But two, you just don't like me doing to you what you do to others. Are you talking about me keeping my name in your mouth? Well, stop talking about Dak. Hello? I ain't seen you hang around Dak in the huddle with Dak. Stop talking about LeBron. Oh, hello. Stop talking about the Lakers, the Yankees. Like, dog, you're not going to flip it on me. I know the game. So here's the thing. Athletes know the game too now. From brave soldiers like myself who are now sitting there saying, victory is ours. Ty D, man, I heard you. I see you in the chat. Victory is ours. Everybody can get it. I'm from L.A. For real, where they bang for real. And I'm not proud of it. I wish they never bang, but damn it, that's what I learned. And I thought it was cool until I realized it ain't. I thought it was cool that guys would group together and say, look, we all gonna represent each other and represent this area. Cool. Just don't shoot the other person who doesn't. Like, I think it's cool y'all all deep. What do you think a football team is? When a football team where I played showed up on another team's soil, we together, banging. Now, we ain't going to shoot them. We going to knock their ass out on that field. I like all those principles. When I say I liked it, because gangsters and gangbanging started in a positive way. Like, Crip, I think the C is community, like community representatives in peace. Sissy. I think that's what Crips stand for, something like that. Point is, it was a community involvement, and then it turned into, oh, Jesus, as anything. You get locked in, the borders get tight, too many of y'all doing it, now we got to fight for this. This is my territory, this is mine, even though you're both renting an apartment, talking about you own something. Point being, that's where we are right now, civil war. And I like it. No, I don't. I love it. Because I hate it when I was in media and everybody in media thought they had the opportunity to take a shot at some player. That's why one of my favorite moments ever is Jalen Rose turning the tables on Skip Bayless. And I love Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is one of the nicest people in the world. Y'all's heard me say it 1,000 times. He's amazing. But when that camera turned on, oh, man, he got too gangster. Who you think you are? Somebody need to tell you who you are. And I remember I wasn't on the show that day, but I was still working at ESPN, and I was on that show, but not that day. I wish, you know how I instigate. I wish I was next to Jalen. I was like, get his ass. How many points? What? Not because it's about that. It's because I need your arrogance that you think that they are different than you. No, we all walk this planet. We all walking this. Show some respect, especially when it's a stick. Especially when the dude just dropped 40 points and you saying that ain't enough. Okay. You're right. You planted a seed in my head. It ain't enough. So guess what? I started. So I had like 4 or 5 beefs when I was at the end of ESPN. Y'all got to know this. If you don't know this, I'll help you. And then at Fox, I had beefs. Agents kept calling me. Other people on the air kept calling me. Like, dog, why you say that? I was like, I heard what you said. But, no. It's like comedians. They don't like talking about each other. That's why everybody got mad at Shannon Sharp. Why you let a comedian come on here and talk about other comedians? He's like, a person can talk about a person. That's all people do. What do you mean? So I love it. They gon' look, keep dancing around it like all y'all friends and not. You are. Until you ain't. And it's love, man. It's love. Let's go to the comments real quick. Juan V. II says, all of the gangs were supposed to be soldiers of the people and turned into dummies. That's one way of saying it, but yeah, they were supposed to represent people, like the community and all that. It was supposed to be positive. And then that's gangster. I was like, what happened? Because I grew up, I loved it. And now it's a whole different animal, okay? Now, what's another different animal is when I grew up in sports and all those people on TV, they weren't making money like they making it now. But then things change like this.
If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today as we speak, I'm going to be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, you know, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, $8 a year. you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. If I didn't...
Blah, blah, blah. That is always a very difficult conversation to have. One, because you start off with, I have this in abundance, in excess, $100 million. But then immediately after saying something that would just, for every person walking this planet, be like the biggest blessing monetarily, right? Oh my God, I got $100 million. Like, you want that? If you want right now, everybody, you want $100 million in the comments, what would you do? Right, everybody, beat it up in the comments. What? And then immediately, see, this is media 101. Immediately, something that's amazing, you turn into a negative. You turn it into the complications, the issues with that. That's the equivalent of you just had your baby, your first baby ever. Baby come out. Oh my God, you love it. You kiss it. Go. You do the whole Lion King. Oh, the ring, oh. And then the mic is right there. Right, and you doing all that, everybody like, wow. And then you say, silence. And then you say, this baby is gonna cry. I can't hang anymore. It's gonna throw up on me, boo-boo on me. You're like, what? What just happened? So that was part one. Part two is, it kind of got either racial or it got in terms of like non-athlete. He said like us. So I think the us could be either A, which I hope it is, they not athletes. They don't get it. They don't know how the whole family jumps on your back at 21 years old with $100 million, right? And that's an athlete experience. It's very, 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 very few people in this world, even the wealthiest, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, that had $100 million at 23, right? The average American millionaire is in their 50s, right? So it takes some time. But of course, my guy, Ryan Clark, is gonna come clarify it. Because he said, man, y'all took that the wrong way, so I want to hear it. And this is the first time I'm hearing it. Tell me, Ryan, how did we take it wrong?
About a $100 million contract on our show. And I get it, with this age of social media and podcasting, it's good to incite people, it's good to enrage people, to get them to interact with you and to feel like you're right. But we got to think about rationale and logic and context. Odell Beckham Jr. wasn't saying that you should get a $100 million contract and that means it's okay to blow it, it's okay to be irresponsible with it. What he was saying was, when you sign a $100 million deal, you don't actually get $100 million in your palm to spend on you. Now, there's the context of it being tone deaf, because there are people who will never make $100,000 in a year, much less have a $100 million contract. There are people who are laid off, people who are fired, people who can't take care of their families on the sacrifices and the work that they put in because they can't make enough money. But he's speaking from his perspective, a perspective of talent, of work ethic, of discipline that earned him those blessings. And what he's saying is that when you sign a $100 million contract, after New Jersey state taxes cut into it, after federal state taxes cut into it, then it is truly only $60 million, which is more than enough to live off forever. But then when you take care of mama and daddy and sister and brother and family and friends, which may not be the smart thing to do, but you feel like, since I made it, we all made it. There are people who have sacrificed for you and people who supported you and people who have been there for you who don't have that type of money, who don't have that type of wealth, and you do feel like you're supposed to give back to them. And then he said too, like, part of it you want to flaunt, right? Like, I earned this, like I want to go have fun with it. I want to go live a rock star lifestyle. And I'm not saying that that's the way to be. But what he was saying is at 24 or 25 years old, he didn't have the financial discipline, the financial intelligence, the financial wherewithal to do the right things all the time. And he was simply saying, if I'm never that rich again, I'd be all right. I'd be able to live. And so the context was, he was just talking about things he's been through, things he's experienced, and being open and vulnerable with us and with the world. Not for the world to tear him down, not for the world to think he was great, but just to be honest. And so the context wasn't that Odell was saying he was broke, saying he blew through a $100 million contract, or saying that it wasn't a lot of money. He was just saying that this is how it felt to me. And I think we got to let people be okay with that, because how are we ever going to learn if every time somebody shares something that we don't necessarily understand or disagree with, we tear them down?
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, he said a lot there, and I know. I'm going to take, since you want Odell to be vulnerable, I'm going to be vulnerable. And the first place I'm going to start is I'm getting tired of hearing grown-ass men and women, because I believe in equal rights, but right now we're talking about a man, talking about when someone disagrees with your opinion and expresses their opinion, they're tearing you down. If I hear another person raised by their auntie talking about, you tearing, no, it's a tweet. You went on a podcast, The Pivot, and broke it down, Odell. I understood what you were saying. The only part was the us. I didn't know what us you meant. Football players, athlete, or brothers. Because, you know, brothers got their own issue when they get paid like that. Typically, because we're last place financially in terms of ethnicity, we got to bring the village with us. I get it. That was the only thing I didn't get. I understand how taxes work. You think people that, you ain't got to be a billionaire or have $100 million to know what a tax is. We know that the 30%, 33%, 36%, we know that. We know what state tax is. Stop. Don't insult us. But the point is, look, stop saying somebody getting tore down. We disagree with you, fool. What happened to those days? I grew up like that. Man, shut up. I don't believe that. Why? And the thing is, I grew up where they were like, shut up. I don't believe that. What you believe? We didn't run away. We didn't knuckle up. We didn't want to fade. We just want to hear what you're saying and say it like I'm saying. Right? I don't care about that. So that's simple. That's part one. So Odell, whatever you were getting, big dog, you know what it is. Come on, man. Every stadium you play in, people cheer you or they boo you, but they never do one, not the other. You have never been somewhere where you get nothing but love, and you've never been somewhere where you get all hate. It's always a blend. It's okay. That's called life. Now, let's get to what they were talking about. What they were talking about is this. Financial literacy, basically. And I'm not going to talk Odell. I don't know if Odell blew through his money or he still got all $100 million. That's not even the deeper conversation that we should have. The deeper conversation is, what are the things that are presented to you, the missteps and the things that happen when you get a $100 million contract? So the biggest way I can attack this without taking forever is everybody is in a predicament, and it's a really difficult condition to be in if you're young with money. Simple. If you're in your 20s and you got an inordinate amount of money, you got a next level contract, watch that person. Watch them. Oh, I got a scrimmage against these other dudes out there. Okay. Oh, I got a scrimmage against these other dudes out there. Okay, this is where you from, Wyoming? Oh, damn, smart. Okay, you play. Then you get into the real world. What you gonna do with your life? Everybody else goes to Wall Street at Columbia. I go to the NFL. Here's your money, Marcellus. I ain't get a $100 million contract, my first one. It was 4 years, $2.1 million. Here you go. What? And I remember my financial advisor was like, you better calm down. He's like, this is not what you think it is. And we went through the same steps, Odell. But the point is, then you get bigger deals, and then I got a bigger deal, 2 bigger deals. So then it's like, whoa. Let me tell you the missteps. 1, you don't know how to say the word no without guilt. So you'll tell somebody no. Man, nah, I can't do that, big dog. You want to say yes to everybody, but you quickly learn everybody's going to come asking if you say yes to everybody. So you start saying no, but you said no without guilt. You got to learn to say no without guilt. Because if you say no with guilt, they're going to ask you 2 more times, and that no going to flip to a yes. That's first thing. You got to have a boundary. You got to have borders. And you ain't got no borders because everybody got receipts. You know you got mama. You know you got daddy. Then you got to be like, I got sister. Then sister got a husband. Then they got a little kid. That's your little nephew. You got to bring the village. Thing is, you ain't got enough money for you. And even if you do, we're not talking about for you now. We're talking about you for future. You're going to have a family. You're going to have kids. That $100 million, that's down to $50 million. And then your agent and all them people, you got to think ahead, not think right now. And a lot of guys, like I did, you put your money on you. My money in the bank, but guess what? I'm wearing it too. I'm driving it too, right? You show your money because you've been broke, right? Everybody knows when you're starving and then you finally get something to eat, and then you barely eat. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach because you're sitting there like, and then you realize, oh, that didn't do anything. Look, I'm not hungry anymore, but at the same time, maybe I should be smarter about this, balance this out, right? Don't just wait. So you show it, you flex it. Everybody flexing it. It's for girls. We do most of that for girls. You want to get ahead of the guy that's trying to holler at the girl you want without saying nothing. So you wear it. You put it on. We know how this game goes. Stop it. You got that table right there that cost you $10,000 a night when you could have still been in here and went to the bar and everybody would have bought you a drink. Think about it. Athlete, Odell Beckham. He either could spend $10,000 at the club at Dre's, or he can just go to the bar, gin pop, be around everybody else. I'm just using this for experiment, and everybody would have bought him a drink. And everybody with him. And spent zero. So that's 10. That's 20,000 right there that night, because it takes you 20 to make 10. 20 gross, 10 net. You could have got it for zero. That's just one night. We know how the game goes. But the missteps are you try to bring the village with you. And then the missteps are you let people cash in their receipts. Hey, big dog, you remember when First they come at you, hey, big dog, man, you killing it. Oh man, I saw that contract. I was like, God dang, dog, whoa, whoa, whoa. How many commas? And then you're like, yeah, then the violin start playing. And you know he coming. Oh, man, I wanted to ask you something. Can we talk for a second? Like, fool, we already talking. All right, what's up? You ain't saying that, you just thinking it. What's up? And he's like, man, I'm trying to do this and this and this, and I got this over here and that over there, and whoop-de-whoop, and then and then boom, boom. You got something? Can you, what? Can you give me five what? 500,000? Like, whatever it is. And then you're like, yeah, I got you, because people cashing in receipts. You got him. That's 5K. That's really 10K gross to get to 5K net you just gave him, right? So now you done lost 10K, 20K of earning power from the club you spent, and then 10K to your boy. That's 30K. Starting to climb up that hill. One more time, then you go to the next step, and you're like, your next boy, he ain't never did right. He can't get right. And you looking at him like, nah, dog, I can't give you no money. You ain't gonna do nothing good with it. And then he cashes in the receipt. Oh man, I ain't think that would come from you. I ain't think you'd say no after, me and my mama used to take you to practice every day in the 8th grade. But things change. I get it. It's all good. My two best friends are Wall Street execs, still to this day. But before, they were Wall Street associates, as they call them. They work 25 hours a day. Yes, 25 hours a day coming out of college. And we used to go to the club. This is why I'm in the pros. I'm at Buffalo, San Diego. I'm at my peak powers, and then we go to the club. And girls will get in line for me. I'm not lying. They just get in line. You can just see it. One girl you talking to, and then another girl just walk by. Oh, God, here she come again, like a U-turn. Come back. Then it'd be another one right there behind her, like whatever. And then I got to the point, call it what you want. You know me, I'm gonna keep it real. I was like talking to the girl, I was like, you need to holler at my boy. He on Wall Street. And right now, you may not see it, but he killing it. And then they learn to live a great life off of 100,000. Then they start making millions. They don't have to adapt. They already have a lifestyle that is a $100,000 lifestyle. Meanwhile, somebody like me, Odell, at 21, we have $1 million lifestyle. So yeah, we learned the hard way to adapt, which is shrink when you retire. That's the biggest lesson of it all. It's what kind of fish tank are you in? And as my grandmother told me growing up, I don't know if this is true or not, but I believe it. A fish is never going to be bigger than this tank. So if you are making $100,000 a year, then you get $1 million, life's gravy. But that's not athletes. Athletes get $1 million, and then one day they said, oh, here's 100,000, or worse, here's zero. That's why athletes go broke. But it's really not athletes. It's young people with money that go broke. Message, simple as that. So beat it up in the comments. Let me tell you guys how the game goes. And let's end on this topic right here. Nah, I told y'all 6:30. I'm going to do it. 5 to 6:30. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be disciplined. I was about to go one more topic, and I was like, nope. But it's a good topic. Boy, Ty Lue is out there talking that talk. Dog, people, I just want y'all to know, people, you got to watch people. I'm going to get out of here on this. So we all know Chris Paul's not there anymore, and then Ty Lue, and then his press conference and all that stuff. And then now there's some deeper intel coming out. And I love when people get fooled by the top layer of, oh, no, he said this. Oh, no, he said this. I'm like, do you think that's it? What, there's more? What? What you know? Tell me what's up, Wiley. And so a lot of times you got to just know where the breadcrumbs are going because they're going to end up having to eat and they're going to go there for you. Ty Lue, you went there for us. That's going to be on our next episode, which is going to come on Monday. And love for you guys, man. Keep rocking with your boy. Everything is going great with what we're doing. We're building. We're trying to get to the next level. God, there's so many more topics I want to talk about. Hey, there's so many more, but we're going to get to it in a second. Love for you guys. Have an amazing weekend. And let's rock out. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration is a situation.